Yep, we hear you, John.
Yay!
I ended up making. I ended up making ramen quick. Yeah, I'm still a little perturbed at the fact that I went in there to make snack food, and due to lack of snacks available, I ended up just making ramen. I mean, it's got an egg in it. It's got fresh noodles, pork belly, soup stock, whole bunch of green onions floating in it. Yeah, what more could I ask for?
A lot, actually.
Yeah, I could use about $12,000, but small things. All right. Anywho, so where were we?
Surviving.
You had just finished up the meat. Oh yeah, you were sitting at the countertop. You
Oh yeah,
guys ordered your food.
eating food.
While you're sitting there at the bar, it's an open bar. Um, by the way, your meal costs a silver piece each, so 5 of you. I can take that out of the party fund if you want.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Okay. So I might just have to make a character called Party Fund. That way I don't have to edit the sheet every time. I can just hit buttons up and down. That would be a lot easier. There we go. So $10 per meal. You're all sitting there eating. And the funny thing about this entire meal is eventually all the plates end up at Panzer's end of the table as you're finishing off the meals because they're insubstantially proportioned out to smaller and smaller people.
Oh man.
Just shoveling away.
While you're eating, though, there is a commotion. And through the rain and the downpour down the street, you hear what sounds like a chariot and some shouting. And after a few minutes, you moving through town, you eventually turn and you see behind you down the street this massive ogre. He probably stands 11 feet tall, which is tall for an ogre. And
so he's not considered medium anymore, correct?
No, he's still considered medium.
I thought 10 was the minimum or maximum for a medium creature.
Yeah, but you count the average race height.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So he's bigger. And he's considered a giant for an ogre considered. But he's riding down the street and he's got, instead of, just the typical, leathers and, furs, and whatnot that, ogres typically wear. He's got this massive, it's currently drenched, but this massive, fur shoulder piece that turns into a short cape behind him, all of just fur and tails of various creatures, all hanging from the back end.
Mine looks cooler.
And he's holding the reins on a 4-horse chariot, and these horses are like ogre Clydesdales. Okay, they're huge. And he just shoots down the street, doesn't take a moment to stop. But a few of the ogres end up cheering him on as he's running by. They're like, "Hey, go, go, go!" And he just a spray of mud as he runs by. And
You'd be so devastating. A well-placed explosive arrow to one of his wheels.
Oh. The potential for chaos in this party is so high. So high.
You know I'm not going to do it.
I'm
a man of good.
Are you?
That's the time.
I'm just hearing that meme. The power of Christ compels you. The power of Christ compels you. Does it, Jerry? Does it?
Does it?
But anyway,
I'm gonna kill bad people.
So he comes riding by, and there's lots of cheers, and the bartender is sitting here, wiping off your typical glass with what looks like a bath towel and a mug that you could probably count as a 5-gallon bucket.
Damn.
And, in his hands, it looks like a right-sized mug. It does. It looks in the right-sized mug, but as he puts it on the counter next to you, you realize you're sitting next to a 5-gallon bucket made of glass. And the thought comparison, Lily just looks up at you, Oliver, and she's like, "Are you feeling small?"
A little bit, yeah.
Now you know how it feels.
It's not that big.
Want to take a bath?
Immediately, Lily gets a look on her face like, "Nope!" And she just scrambling over top of, the other chairs, and some of the ogres laugh.
I'm joking, Lily. Get back over here.
She just looks around the edge of the counter underneath. She's just like, mm-mm. She just shakes her head. I'm seeing the shadows come over your eyes as you're looking down. It's just... You get the idea that she does not trust you at this moment. But the bartender, he's sitting here, puts the big 5-gallon bucket down, and he's like, "We just might win this year. Just might."
Win what?
The Great Race. You've never heard of the Great Race?
The rat race.
No, well, some of them are rats. But no, the Great Race. It starts in Leanne, goes through Hildaxia, Zacolia, up through Elven Country, up across the Pole, and then down into High Elf Country, and ends on that continent.
High Elf.
Greatest race, and it's held every 10 years. And this time around, we might just win.
That's a long fucking trail.
It usually takes a few weeks, at least, at high speeds. A few people laugh now, knowing that actually takes a few months to race across. So you really have never heard of the Great Race? The wealth, the prestige, the betting. Ooh, the gambling.
Obvious not.
I mean, it even goes through human country. How could you not know?
Well, I'm not even 10 years old.
Yeah, that's right. You wouldn't have been born back then yet. He stops, he looks at you for a second, and then he turns away like,
236 years old.
You've been around for 230 of these races, and you still don't know about it.
Well, technically, I'm more than a millennia old, but
you weren't alive for a lot of that.
But I wasn't alive for all of that.
Bartender just looks at you as he's squeak a glass, and he's like, right. A bunch of the other ogres are laughing.
It's a long story.
As soon as you say long story, there's a hush that goes over top of the entire tavern. All you can hear is the squeak, squeak, squeak of the towel on the 5-gallon bucket, and the rain outside.
Is there a candle nearby?
Yeah, there's plenty of candles, a few lanterns hanging from the ceiling.
I want to just run my fingers through the fire. Does it hurt?
Not at all.
I knew it. Yes.
Now, granted, most people are able to pull off a feat like that with enough of mind power.
Well, then I hold my finger in the fucking fire.
Everybody just kind of just looks expectantly. You realize you're in a tavern on a rainy day, and you mentioned a long story.
Oh yeah. Oh man.
You are in a village in the middle of nowhere in a society that depends on stories to keep their history known.
Mm.
And
Yeah, do I tell
you went and opened a can of worms.
him? Oh man.
Now, you don't have to roleplay telling the entire story if you don't want to,
No.
if you decide to tell it.
Yeah, I started like just playing with the fire, like, well, at least it works still. Well, I kind of stayed in my head, but
Roll a charisma check for me.
oh, my worst stat. Let me just see what I roll.
Just saying, I'm thinking, like, why did I go in that burning building?
It's not a skilled roll though. Why did it roll? Oh shit! It rolled twice. What the fuck?
It does 3. Unskilled. Oh, it's supposed to.
No, it rolled. It rolled the charisma check. Yeah, you see how it rolled D16, D20 twice, right?
That is weird. An 11?
I think. Oh, actually, unless you want to take the first one, that rolled.
What's a D16, isn't it?
They're both D16s.
I see a D20 at the bottom.
I see a D20, a D16, a D20, a D16.
Oh, a 7. Okay, so your first one would have technically been a 17. Okay. All right. Well, I don't even
That's what
know.
I meant by it rolled twice.
I didn't even need to roll then. As you're sitting there just playing with the fire, you look away for a few seconds, and a few of the ogres kind of sit up in their chairs and watch. You turn back to your hand, and the flame is like a little person standing in your hand.
What? Oh shit! I did not expect that. Okay. This is weird. I need to mention it like in my head. This is weird. Especially, since I'm water and I'm technically holding fire in my hand right now.
Yeah, it is an obscene, strange coincidence from a story perspective. Immune to water damage, and by some trick of having just the right legendary item, immune to fire as well.
Mhm. Yep. I remember, a dragon breathing down its fire breath on me, and I didn't. Well, I think I technically disappeared, but I came right back.
Mm-hmm. Well, you've got a little, candlelight-sized flame person standing in your hand.
I don't know what the fuck to do.
One of the ogres sitting there, and he's like, "What sorcery is this?"
I'm just gonna say, well, hello, little guy.
It doesn't speak; it just kind of flickers at you.
I'm gonna like gesture back to the candle.
He just kind of waddles back off, and just the wick alight again. No longer any kind of character or person, just a flame.
Kind of just look at Panzer. I'm like, I have that look on my face, like I have no clue what the fuck just happened. And I just can like talk, lean to Panzer, like, can I talk to you outside?
It is pouring
In the rain?
The rain never bothered me.
Neither did the cold.
Huh?
Neither did the cold.
How cold is it outside?
No, never mind.
The Frozen Disney reference
Thank-
went right over your head,
thank-
buddy.
Yeah. Thanks, Joe. Thanks for catching that.
I gotta grab a doctor. I gotta grab a. Who the heck? Jordan, why is your camera on in Discord?
Wait, what?
His camera was on. All right. Oh no, maybe that was John.
That was me.
Oh, what the heck?
Oh,
Okay. Give me a second. I'm gonna grab a root beer out of my mini fridge. I'll be right back.
man,
Not a
I missed
Dr.
Big
Pepper?
Papa. Mm.
I'm gonna go on.
So do we go outside?
Sure, I'll go outside with you.
Oh man, I kind of just like look at you. I'm like, okay. I was pretty sure I was immune to fire. Boy, what the fuck just happened with the flame? I was not expecting that. That's a little awkward. I kind of got myself in a situation where they're all wanting a story now.
As Sam would say, always be careful what you say.
Yes,
It-
I'm dumb.
I will say that you can't hear anything out of the first 5 feet around you because of the pouring rain.
Yeah, I was kind of hoping for that. Yeah, I'm still not gesturing to the ring just in case.
Well, you think I'm gonna let you
But-
control the rain too?
I don't want people trying to think they can get their sneaky little hands on it. Knowing you.
Oh, the ring. I thought you said the rain. I'm like, I'm not gonna let you control the fire and the rain. What do you think I am? An idiot?
I'm just gonna, bend down, pray out my heart. Hey, stop this motherfucking rain. No.
The thought,
Lightning strikes.
as the thought goes through your head. it's
Oh,
like-
you know that was at a game.
I was so tempted.
100% knew that was at a game.
Oh man.
Hey, Jordan, you still there?
Oh, he's still on mute. So I'm gonna
Okay.
take it as a no.
I'm anticipating that until he's, unmutes himself, he's still waiting on
Yeah.
tacos.
All right.
So I haven't even really told y'all everything. I don't think. And then
Correct. You told me a little bit that you got a different body, but that was it.
yeah, I haven't even told you about the whole fucking other world that this world was. God, those were some fun days. I miss my arm.
I grab a hold of your arm and kind of wiggle it.
I had a
right
mechanical
here.
arm. I had a mechanical arm that was badass. It shot potions out of it.
I mean, couldn't you just throw the potion?
I blew my arm off and I got a mechanical arm.
Oh, okay.
It was badass.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
So you had a robotic arm. Do I know anything about robots other than Sam? Yeah.
Sam's a
So,
robot.
like Sam?
Kinda. Maybe not that advanced. It was more robust, steampunkish. I guess I could say. I
Which
don't
means
know.
absolutely nothing in a world that's
Yeah.
already steampunk. I will say this: Sam is made out of more priority metals, such as steels and such like.
Alloy?
Your character was an alloy of brass and gold. Something along that line. Sturdy, but bronze shiny-ish.
Usually it's just brass.
Yeah, but you don't want it to
Gold
tarnish.
actually makes it. Well, gold would make it weaker.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Titanium, I guess. A titanium copper alloy.
The thing is, brass is already a fucking alloy.
Okay.
Copper and tin.
It was a copper tin titanium alloy.
Oh
There.
my
Let's just say it's a game. It doesn't matter. It's fantasy to an extent. You do whatever the fuck you want.
I was thinking that ahead of time.
I'm getting too fucking logical. I am so sorry.
I'm going to give you pointy ears and green blood if you don't watch it. Take away all your emotions.
Oh, man.
Add a doctor into your group that says he's dead, Jim.
Oh, man. I just don't know if this story needs to be told to just anybody, especially random people.
You guys are going to hate me in about 3 minutes.
Yeah, that's what I'm afraid of. Is these people are really going to want this fucking story.
Hello.
Hey, Jordan.
Oh, hello.
There.
Yeah, I have tacos. I have brownie and water. I am ready for the game.
Do you have anything to drink?
Yeah, I have water.
That's not a drink.
That is a drink in our family.
Well, technically, I would bring up some pop, but my dad said that that's meant for lunches for school. So.
Oh, okay.
Water is perfectly fine for a drink. Come on, guys.
Agreed.
Yeah, water is like the blood of life.
I
That's
thought that
weird.
wine.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm here.
So
I'm in roll 20.
We'll get you a little bit. Make sure you got your character sheet tabbed up so you can hit the buttons. Test it a few times and let me know that your buttons work.
Okay.
Anyway.
I'm looking.
Anywho. Sorry, I'm holding down a belch from my ramen. So, you're standing in the rain. Not much else to talk about it.
Horrible fucking rolls there, buddy. Oh, God.
Sorry, I was just making sure I was doing it right.
No, that's not doing it right.
That's so many bad rolls. You're getting so unlucky. Holy shit.
He's
all the skilled checks and unskilled checks are good, but his standard ones are.
He's gonna die in the first 5 minutes.
Oh my god! Because I'm like,
no, if I'm smart about it.
Two natural ones. Oh my god.
Okay. Anyhow.
Okay. Another thing I just thought of is I do need to speak with the goddess. I haven't talked to her in a while. It also gets us away from this bar. Away from the story. So I think I'm gonna go do that if you don't mind. Sorry, I don't know.
I think he's talking to you, Panzer.
Oh,
Yep.
he was. I thought it was out of game. Sorry.
No.
Oh no, that's in game.
Yeah, I'll give you a hand.
Thank you. Should we get everybody else?
So you guys, walk.
I think
down
it'd be
the
better to
street.
do it in the rain.
Oh yeah. I'm talking about we need to bring everyone else though, because we don't just want to leave them in the bar, do we?
No, we'll just do it right outside in the rain.
I would prefer someone more private.
She is kind of hot.
Wait, she?
And she doesn't like really being seen by others.
Right. Okay, yeah, let's get everyone. I kind of wanted a drink, but all right.
We can grab a drink while we go in there, but make it quick, I guess. We got ale in the cart.
Yeah, I try to save that for trades.
True.
Is my chewing too loud?
We can't even hear you until you speak.
Correct.
Okay, thank goodness.
No, it's
Chomp and chomp
crunch,
and chomp.
crunch, crunch, crunch. I'm kidding.
I went chomp and you went crunch.
They're hard shell tacos, aren't
I
they?
don't have any. I don't
No,
have any
they're
ice, so I
soft
can
shell.
annoy you.
Okay, they're munch, munch, munch then.
Yeah, but I'm still a really loud chewer, so that's why I was asking.
I'm suddenly thinking, when you brought up your tacos, I was suddenly saying, from Plants vs. Zombies 2. Him always wanting his taco.
Yeah, Crazy Dave.
Yeah, Crazy Dave.
Yeah.
All right, anywho. So.
Yeah, so we're gonna go back inside the tavern. As we're kind of rounding everyone else, and we're like, maybe another time, guys.
Well, as you step in out of the rain,
Oh god.
it's a scene. I can't improv song that well, especially for something specific. But Juliana is just leaning over on her left arm, kind of like, we really doing this? And Sue is tapping on like a mug or something, and the rest of the ogres are pounding tables, and Lily's dancing on the counter, literally singing your story as she knows it as a bard.
How the fuck she know my story?
As far as she knows from when she's met you, she's singing everything she knows about you.
Oh, that's Oliver. Okay, well, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh man. You know what? Man, maybe we'll just have some fun for a little bit.
Someone
could
puts a 5-gallon bucket of ale in your chest and grabs you by the neck and shakes you back and forth as they're singing along to the chorus. It's
Don't make me.
I tap the guy's hand that's on the back of his neck.
Yeah, you probably see me just reach down into my satchel, and you were all like, "Oh wait, no, don't do that."
You get the idea that he only holds you for just a second and he shakes you and then he walks away. It was more like a, hey bro, here, take this, you're awesome.
Yeah.
And he keeps going.
I'm pretty sure that's what I meant, but oh man. I'll explain more in detail later, guys. She can say a good bit. And I walk outside.
It's an interesting scene. So, Panzer, do you go out with him or any that?
Yeah, I said it's time to head out.
Oh, so you try to interrupt the song too?
Yeah,
I said just let them have fun for a little bit. They deserve it.
Okay. I head out.
They should be fine, I hope.
I look at Juliana. You got this?
She just looks over at you and she just lifts as best as she can a 5-gallon, bucket of ale.
Oh my gosh.
She's like, she kind of looks at you like, yeah, I got this. We're good.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
I need you to protect them.
Well, if I need to hit anybody with my bar glass, pretty big.
Oh man.
But, at the looks of the scene, everyone's pretty cool with the goblins.
I head out.
Okay. You step back into the rain.
Yeah, I'm just standing outside the door waiting for him.
So where would you like to go? Just walk down the street, edge of town?
Just somewhere a little bit more quiet away from people. If
Alleyway.
there's like a little pond or lake, it'd be even better, but I don't think there is.
There's a well in the middle of an open area in the middle of town. No one's standing in the
No.
middle of the street.
Nope.
It's more open plains through this area.
Mm. Well, I'll just do it somewhere a little bit more. Not alleyway, but out of sight.
Edge of town, out of sight, house is facing the other direction. Sure. Well, you've gotten yourself to that area. What do you want to do now? I've actually got Carl talking this episode, so I'm milking it for
Yeah.
everything it's worth.
I'm trying to talk more. I'm actually gonna hold my. I think the last time I tried it, it helped. I'm also gonna hold my a frost rose rope
Okay.
with its divine connection. I think it helped last time. I could be wrong.
This is my assistance.
Okay.
$21.
21. You
Yep.
stupid. I'm sorry.
72.
72 plus
Charisma
5.
2.
Or 72
Alright,
plus
technically a
4, 76. What's your charisma stat?
2.
2. 70,
Technically plus 3 if you count the symbol, but
Yes, plus 3.
78.
which is not enough. Or is it?
Okay. I just had to.
Having my rapier out as well. Ready.
You're really gonna put that rusty thing in the rain again? Okay, fine. It feels like there's a presence just for a moment. You wait.
The presence of rain.
There's a lot of rain, and
She's all around me.
I'm sensing. You do get a warm fuzzy feeling like she's near, but it doesn't come close enough for you to actually see her. And you wait like this for quite a little bit until finally, with basically a napkin over her head, a voice from behind you is like, "You guys gonna come out of the rain? It's a little wet out here." It's Lily. She came looking for you.
Does it feel like a general direction for her presence?
Roll
Or
an
is it
observance
just all
check.
over?
Roll an observance check.
21.
You stupid. I'm sorry. I am massively contemplating something very important here. Give me a minute. All right. Yeah, you can pinpoint the direction where she's coming from.
I head that way.
You're walking straight towards Lily.
I walk past Lily.
Now you're walking away.
I turn around and I just look at Lily and I kind of fast walk, run up to her and pick her up.
Right back. I got a phone call.
Okay. She's holding
Ew.
she's holding the makeshift cloth napkin over her head.
I kind of just take off my hat and put it on her, even though it probably just smothers her head.
But at least you're a gentleman.
She just holds a finger up to her mouth, as if to say, "Shh, quiet." And then,
I just give that
as
acknowledgement in my eyes.
best as her tiny arms can reach, she gives you a big hug, which is more like pulling on your collar tails.
Thank you. You know you look good with that hat on.
I do, don't. And her personality changes in an instant, and she completely, like, nothing happened. Absolutely nothing happened. And she's just like, she goes on and on. She's like, "It's wet out here. Don't you want to come inside where it's dry? Everyone likes your stories. I hope you don't mind if I told it."
No, you're fine. I just had to get out for a minute.
Well,
I'm just not sure if I'm about
go ahead.
the other part of the story.
And she just lifts her hands and she closes your mouth as best as she can.
I see.
You almost get the idea that she's scared.
Don't. Don't. I get it now.
In other words, you get the idea, you can sense that whatever's going on, the reason she's taken this form of Lily, and the fact that she doesn't want you to tell your story, she's in hiding. And the reason she hasn't come out and visited you specifically when you call out to her, she's hiding everything about you and her and what she's done.
What she's done? What?
I don't know hardly.
I don't know.
There's more to what's going on. You get the idea that there's more going on, that you have no clue what's going on. Whatever it is, she's hiding it.
I don't know hardly any of the story already, but
Yeah.
already my heartstrings are being pulled.
Yeah. Should I tell him a little bit?
I would say only character to character.
Okay.
Let it be a fun reveal later.
Yeah, why not?
When do I get introduced?
I'm getting there. Roleplay's going slow, and you were 2 hours late from shopping.
I'm sorry.
Oh man.
You gotta get your chores out of the way first.
I needed a good hug. Thank you.
I'm always good for hugs.
I'm gonna go over to Panzer, even though he's not here right now, and just give him a hug too, just so he doesn't feel left out.
Okay, goblin sandwich here. A little tight.
Oh, I put her down.
But,
you know, specific about everything.
Yeah. I'm gonna wait for John to come back.
Yeah, he got a phone call.
Yeah. So, anywho, I'll try to bring Jordan in here as soon as John comes back. And you guys make it back to the bar.
I'm not going back into the bar.
No.
I'm gonna tell Panzer go have. Well, I can't tell him because he needs to be here.
Yeah.
Because the second I know I say this, he's gonna suspect something, and he's gonna be like, nah, you ain't going fucking anywhere, motherfucker. Oh man.
Come on, John. Dag nabbit.
How about Nag Dabbit?
No, I like to dag my nabbits. If you nag dabbits, dabbits might get irritated at you and lash back.
Well, no, well, if an old lady dabs, then she's cool. I'm sorry, that was a lame joke, wasn't it?
I think that joke was in a wheelchair.
No pun intended, right?
Oh,
No,
man.
totally. The pun was intended all the way through that.
Okay, warning, I will be notorious for bad jokes.
Don't worry, I'm bad at jokes too.
Yeah, okay.
So you'll never really hear me saying them unless I actually come up with a good one, which is not very often.
So, we're not really playing at the moment?
No, we're waiting for John to come back.
Carl, I made up a joke.
Okay.
What's the similarities between a person stranded in the desert and an uncooked piece of bacon?
Hey, I'm back. Sorry about that.
Thank goodness.
I don't know.
Hey, John, you want to hear the joke too?
Sure.
What's the similarities of a person stranded in a desert and an uncooked piece of bacon?
What?
Eventually, they will both be frying in their own juices.
True.
God damn.
Sorry. Okay.
Sorry, I came up with that one by myself, which is odd.
Oh,
But...
man.
All right.
So,
John
we're
is
heading
back.
back to. So,
All right,
John,
what
we're
happened with
heading back
Lily?
To... Oh, I
Say
Well,
again.
well, I kind of give her a hug, put her down, I gave my hat to her because she was getting soaking wet, and then I go up to you and just hug you for a little bit, and then yeah.
I'm just seeing the tiny human wrapping his arms around the giant scaled lizard man, and the lizard man's just standing there like, what's going on?
You go head back to the bar. I'm gonna go. Wait, the inn's at the bar, ain't it?
No, we haven't found an inn
fine.
yet.
Yeah, I'm gonna go see if I can find me an inn. You get your drink.
You sure you don't want to go with you? I'm fine.
I should be fine. I have my smoke ready.
So you're going back to the bar alone? Because Sue and Tanya are still there, or Juliana are still there.
Well, yeah, Lily and Pans are going back to the bar, and I'm gonna go look for an inn.
What did I miss?
What was the last thing you heard?
He picked her up.
Then I hugged her.
Right.
Technically, you wouldn't have missed anything that you could have heard or seen.
I wasn't here.
Yeah, so that's fine.
Okay.
No
okay.
No metagaming for you.
Oh man.
I anti-metagame like intensely. If I know something about it, I don't even go near it.
Which can be a problem sometimes.
Yes, it can.
Curiosity killed the cat, and I like it when cats get killed.
That's pretty dark.
Damn.
I'm kidding.
Ah.
Anyway,
I'm gonna start walking off and looking for an inn.
Okay. As you search through the entire town, you do not find a
Okay.
single inn.
Well, the thing is, I'm not actually looking for an inn. I just gotta get away from Panzer. No, bad thing against you, Panzer.
Ouch.
I'm getting away from everybody.
I've already lost 2 friends, okay, within like 3-week span, okay?
I'm leaving, guys, forever. No, no, I'm not leaving.
I
But,
grab my sword and I stab it into my stomach.
Oh my god. My rescue will rape you.
It bounces off your
Uh.
scales. No, I'm kidding.
But no, I'm.
No. It bounces off your plot armor.
True.
I'm actually gonna be going outside of the town.
Okay. You're walking along outside of town. Trees in the distance. A tree here or there. Mostly open
I'm gonna go there.
plains. Dirty road.
Now that I'm alone, I'm gonna reach out to her again. Oh man.
Roll your
on.
D100 again.
That's so low.
D100?
Yep.
That is so low. It's 37 in total. 38. There's no way I have the same luck that
Yeah.
you had.
Nope, nothing happens.
I didn't even see your roll come up.
That's because I finally turned on my GM button.
I don't like it when you do that. I like seeing what you roll.
Well, in combat, I typically would leave it open, but I don't typically like it for roleplay. Because I make a lot of rolls that I just, try to decide which route to take sometimes. Anywho, yeah, you're beaten by a whole, 14 points.
Damn it. I ain't going back to town.
Now, while you're standing out there alone in the rain, you see a figure walking down the road, soaking wet. Jordan, why don't you describe your character?
All right, I'm in a dark green, outlined with a lighter pale green robes, almost like a ninja. And my head is bare, but I have sides of my head shaved, but my hair, instead of being matted down to my head in the rain, it is sticking straight up and flopping like there's wind blowing through my hair. My hair is completely white, like Malfoy white.
Nice.
But the rest of my clothes are soaking wet and they're sticking to me because I've been walking in the rain for quite a while. I look sort of young, have a kind of a baby face. So I look 16 or so. So I am walking down the road towards you.
I'm not on the road though.
He's walking along the road near you.
So I kind of wave you down.
Does he see me?
He definitely sees you.
Yeah, I would bet I would see you. And so I walk up and, excuse me, sir. Do you know where I can find, what's John's name for his character? Or is it Oliver? That's out.
Wait, what?
No, is it out of story? Is Oliver outside right now?
Yeah, I'm Oliver.
Carl
The one
plays
that's outside
Oliver.
the city.
Carl plays Oliver. John plays Panzer.
Okay. Excuse me, sir. Do you know where I could find Olivera Ville Ferte?
I'm sorry, you're going to say that again.
I'm sorry.
Olivera. Did I pronounce that
It's-
wrong?
We just go by Oliver.
Do you know where I can find a man in this town named Oliver?
I believe he came here through recently. What do you need him for?
I have business with him. I need to talk to him. See, I'm hoping to join his party.
I kind of just look you up and down. What do you specialize in?
I am not sure I need to convey anything about what I specialize in. My
It would be
business is
nice
with
to know
all.
who I would like to know who I'm accepting to my party.
Oh, excuse me, sir. Of course, I'm sorry.
You're
I
fine.
didn't expect. I didn't expect to be so lucky in finding you right on the road, sir. My name is Elo Natsure. I am a monk from the eastern mountains, and I was sent there from my monastery to join your party. I specialize in martial arts. I have 3 classes of martial arts I specialize in, but whether or not you accept me in your party, I cannot like go away. I will be trailing you the entire time. I cannot go against my monastery's wishes.
That sounds exciting. We could use some extra hands. We lost a few members recently.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, sir.
Not death. They had some been very important things to take care of.
Of course. I guess I will follow you back to town. Unless, of course, you don't need to go back to town yet.
I kind of like give them general directions to the bar. You should find big lizard folk man, 2 golems and another human there. They're the rest of the party right now. You go meet them there. Tell them I sent. I actually take my feather out and the hat is on Lily. I don't have my hat, do I? I'm trying to think of something I can give you so it can prove that it's me, that I actually sent you. Go ahead.
How about one of your arrows?
Only problem is I'm scared that they might think that you killed me, and yeah, I don't know.
Would they expect someone like me, as young as I am, to have killed such a famous warrior?
As young.
It's possible.
Speaking
just
to the
say
cheap.
that
I believe I could kill
I'll
you.
be back there in a
Speaking to
little
the squishiest person in the party as a famous warrior.
I may have some good reactions in DVS, but I am squishy. Just let them know that we talked. I'll be there in a little bit. I need a little bit more time.
Of course, sir. I'll head back to the village then.
Okay. Oliver will keep the scene on the open field. What do you wish to continue doing?
Me or Carl?
Oliver.
I wish to speak with her, and I want to speak with her because she has some talking to do. I don't like secrets.
Before I get too far away, I turn back around and ask him, what's he doing out in this downpour? Like, what are you doing out in this downpour, sir?
I enjoy the water. I need some time to think.
As the water's not even touching Carl. There's like 2 inches of air in between the water and him.
I'm just
Joey.
I'm thinking of all the little raindrops, like those little flame people off the candle. I'm just seeing them all clinging onto him, like, "Oh, Carl, we love you so much."
Oh my god.
No. What the fuck?
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. It's just
Oh my goodness.
you are soaked.
Yeah, I know I'm soaked. And I'm gonna blame it on her. No, I'm kidding.
Joey, can I ask my someone for advice?
Sure. You get this voice in the back of your head. I think he wants to be alone.
Of course, sir. I shouldn't have bothered with you. I'm sorry. I will head to the village. I turn around and I keep heading towards the village.
Actually, before he gets too far, I'll say, Monroe is another name they should know. That might be more convincing.
Of course. I will convey that to them. Thank you. I turn around, and after I bow to him, and I walk toward the village.
Okay. A little plead up there to the rains up above.
Go ahead one more time.
She needs to. I need to talk to her. Well, she needs to talk to me. She's gonna be mad that I'm so persistent, but she's gonna have to suck it up. I'm sorry.
I wish my character knew more of Oliver, because I would have helped him.
The it's a metagame story moment for you guys. Carl, Oliver is standing in the middle of an open field, praying his heart out for answers. Panzer, you're sitting at the counter drinking your beer. Lily is sitting here with Oliver's hat on, swirling a tiny little shot glass, which looks ginormous, of beer with her finger. And you see, just the strange suds sitting on the top of the beer. You know how the suds in a coffee or a hot chocolate kind of sit on top of the hot chocolate, and it swirls, and it's just the chocolate around it, and it looks like it's spinning around as you stir it. You know that look? Oh, John's not even here. What the fudge?
Oh, what the fuck?
What?
When did he leave?
Dang it, John. Here, we got story unfolding here, and I can't unfold story!
Okay, well that stinks. Hey, Carl.
Huh?
You know Winnie the Pooh, right?
Yeah.
What does Eeyore say when his tail falls off?
When his hair falls off?
Tail.
When his tail. His tail.
Tail.
Yeah.
It's been so long since I've seen Winnie the Pooh.
Winnie's had a really bad day.
I have no clue.
That's the end of me.
End of the what?
Okay, so
That's
the joke kind of flopped when you had to recorrect yourself. The joke is, what does Eeyore say when his tail falls off? Well, this is the end of me. It's on the other end of him.
I told my grandpa that joke, and he wouldn't stop laughing. He loved it. I thought maybe you'd like it too. It's another one I made up. So, I'm sorry, bad joke.
No, you're good.
Come on, John. We only got half an hour left.
Here, I got a joke book somewhere on a collection of books here. Don't have it with me at the moment. Oh wait, there it is.
Where the heck did John decide to go? Ugh. Carl, how late are you going to be up tonight?
Not much. Past 10. 'Cause I got another whole day and a half of driving ahead of me.
Okay, yeah, not much action. I don't got anyone
Yeah,
to play
I've been
video games with
starting
anymore.
all day yesterday, all day today. I'm gonna be driving all day tomorrow just for this one load. But it's gonna be some good money.
Yeah.
All the way from like the top of Maryland, all the way to like halfway to the left side of Houston in Texas.
So if I started gathering players ahead of time for the Saturday night game of D&D, would you commit, or do you think you'd need to hold off for a while?
Well, I'm still really only want to committing to like 2 games right now,
Uh-huh.
and that's yours currently, and then Trevor's.
Yeah.
Any more than that, and I'm gonna be I think actually whenever they doing their Saturday D&D nights when they first started that, I even declined that.
Yeah.
'Cause I was like, that's just too many campaigns for me to be in. I'll never keep track of anything at all. I'd be like, okay, what now?
I'm talking about the one we were talking about with the tower.
Like
And
that would be fucking interesting.
yeah.
I just you were I didn't expect you to be doing that soon.
Yeah, I'm still looking at gathering players, but I'm looking at hopefully getting it started in about a month-ish.
Mm.
Depends on how fast I can make all the stuff. After I'm done with the game tonight, I got to log into D&D Beyond and buy the rest of the monster manuals and the
It is
Mordenkainen's Tomb of
D&D
Foes.
and not.
Yeah, I'm not using the far pages to make a game this complicated while it's still in the
Okay.
beta. I'm building a complicated game with a game system that's already finished. That way I can just focus on all the stats are already done. I don't have to worry about it. I can just boom, make it done.
Yeah,
Keep going.
makes sense.
I have to put too much
Yeah, I
work
definitely would
into
prefer the D&D platform for it.
Yeah. So,
I'm gonna see about calling John and see if he's okay.
okay.
Hey, Carl.
He's calling John to make sure he's okay.
What?
Oh, sorry. I wasn't paying attention. Never mind.
Okay.
So, Joey,
Uh,
I was wanting to help Carl. If I knew more stuff, I might have been able to help him.
yeah, that's metagaming though. So your character doesn't know anything about Carl. So you'll have to learn it as you go.
Okay.
Yeah. It just went completely straight to voicemail 2 times.
I bet you his
So,
phone died. And for whatever reason, he has not been using the computer to play. So
which makes no sense. He has a perfectly fine computer that I got him.
yeah, it doesn't make sense. Probably because he's babysitting or something.
Probably.
Because
Yeah.
Carolyn's at work.
Yeah. True. True that.
She'd probably have a fit if she came home and he's on the computer.
Yeah. I
So,
forget about that because the phone he could be at least kind of moving around with her.
yeah.
Yeah, you went right over my head. I forgot about that.
All right.
Hey, Carl.
Yes.
Why wouldn't Mother let the doctor operate on Father?
I'm sorry, you could say that again.
Why wouldn't Mother let the doctor operate on Father?
It's gonna be a corny pun joke. Just tell him you don't know and don't think about it too hard.
Yeah, I'm really bad at answering jokes too, so I have no fucking clue.
Okay, well, it's because she didn't want anyone else opening her mail.
Oh my.
Oh, jeepers.
I did not make that one up. That's way too good for it being my joke, but okay.
Oh man.
Well, I hate to do this to you, Jordan, but we were committed to turning off at 10 tonight. And if John's phone died, there's no getting him back tonight. So,
No bummer.
I might.
well, if it went just to voicemail, he usually that's weird. He didn't respond to 2 text message and a call.
Man, something interesting was about to happen too, wasn't it?
Yeah. Well, I guess I'll finish up the scene without John. And then I think we're going to have to call it quits for the night.
I didn't even get to fight anything.
Not yet, unfortunately. Next week, you have to have your chores done and make sure you got everything out of the way ahead of time and communicate with Dad. Let him know so that you can be on at 5:30 and or maybe we'll start at 5 from now on, maybe a little earlier in the day. We'll see how everyone else is doing. And then we'll go ahead and get some stuff set up. I'll have some stuff set up for next week. And we can continue on with the story. But yeah,
Alright.
I guess I'll finish up the scene. Oliver is standing in the open field, praying his heart out for answers and to figure out what the heck is going on. And you're walking to town, Jordan, and you're very sensitive to the change in wind and direction. This storm has been just stagnant, spinning around. It's kind of a hurricane off of the seacoast to the south. And Lily's sitting at the bar, stirring her drink next to Panzer, watching the storm turn around. And she just blows on the bubbles, and slowly they all disperse. And the swirling in the cup stops. And Elo senses suddenly the storm stops swirling and begins to disperse, and Oliver, the rain stops.
Like instantly or like
not instantly, but it just ends.
mysterious.
And Lily just sits there and she just quietly, without anyone else in the bar noticing, just gives a little sigh. And that's where we leave it for this week.
Okay, can you run me up on a few things? What's going on?
You don't know, and that's the best part.
I can't tell you though.
Okay, well, I guess I'll make it much better.
So, I mean, you could
So
tell
she
him,
stopped
but it
the
would.
storm,
Yeah, she did.
and she still ain't talking to me. No, John's back.
Okay, interesting thing. My dad just texted me and said, "Have you been watching the weather?" Because apparently we've been advised to get somewhere safe. It was windy out before, but the wind has died down quite a bit.
You're
Oh,
welcome.
is it a tornado now or something?
It might be because I thought I had gotten an Amber Alert just a few minutes ago,
It's actually a
but
storm alert.
that might have been a tornado warning.
Oh, yay.
Mm. Hey, John.
Yeah, maybe it'll blow
Yeah.
this entire house away.
John's
Now
back.
he comes back.
I've been back for like.
We're still playing, right?
Yes, let's keep playing. Let's go.
Okay,
Yeah, I wanna
okay,
play
okay.
online.
I'll rewind. I'll do it
We're
again.
playing in like another few hours, right? I'll lose
No,
some sleep.
Jordan
Yep.
has
Oh,
to
I
go to
can
bed
stay
at
up
10.
real late.
Jordan, you got school tomorrow. You cannot stay up real late. You have to go to bed at 10.
I can drink a gallon of coffee in the morning.
No, you can't, because last week you missed 2 days of school. And Dad keeps complaining you keep slipping in and skipping school.
Oh, no, I don't.
We talked about this
Okay, we
last
don't have to
week.
talk about personal matters right now.
We agreed at 10. John also has to go to bed because he has to get up in the morning. And so
Okay.
I'm actually off
too,
tomorrow.
but
I won't get it
Let's
out.
finish this up real quick.
yes.
Okay. So, Carl, I'll redo the scene. Of Oliver standing in the middle of an open field. Panzer, you're sitting at the bar, drinking, having a great time with your companions, and Lily is sitting at the bar with her what looks like either a mug of beer. Do you know that effect when you stir a cup of hot chocolate and it's got the suds on the side and the suds swirling in the middle and then just chocolate in between them?
Right.
Okay. She's just sitting there with her finger stirring the cup, watching the bubbles swirl around. Elo, you're walking through the rest of the field, and you're very sensitive to directions and movements of the wind. And Lily just looks down in her glass as you are praying to the sky for answers. And Lily just blows on the bubbles swirling in her beer and just watches them all disperse. And as that is happening, Elo, you notice the storm starts to disperse. And the rain slowly dies down and stops, Oliver. And you're left standing, soaking wet in the sun. No more a rainy day. And Lily just gives a tiny little sigh that no one can notice. So, we have approximately 30 minutes. What would you all like to do?
Well,
She's
I
still
would
ain't
like
talking
to
to me.
find Panzer.
Okay. Go ahead and say something, Carl.
No, it's fine. But all I said was she still ain't talking to me.
No, she's not.
Hold on, my dad wants me to go downstairs. I'm still here. I just keep going.
Okay.
Oh.
I ordered some ale.
You've got ale. You got plenty of ale.
Okay. Okay.
You've got a couple 5-gallon buckets in front of you that you have been slowly draining.
A couple?
Yes. Not a few. You can't handle more than 2. But you're going to need to go to the bathroom soon. Poor kidneys.
It's gonna be one big puddle too.
Your poor kidneys, your poor liver. Ugh. So it's up to you two still. Elo is still making his way into town.
All right. I asked them for some music again.
Lily's
Music.
demeanor goes from
Oh.
sitting in a chair to standing up on the counter, and the entire room starts to sing another bard's tale of some random adventure.
I will add to it.
Okay.
And just enjoy the music while I'm sipping on my ale.
Okay.
Okay, I'm back. I'm gonna stay downstairs because we're right in the path for being near the tornado.
Yay.
Well, hey, you sure you be safe, all right?
All right.
Don't go outside
Thanks.
to check the weather, okay?
Okay.
Which is the #1 cause for weather-related injuries in Minnesota, believe it or not.
Really?
I'm not kidding. Across all the United States, the #1 cause of storm-related incidents of injury happen in Minnesota because people go out to check out the storm.
It sounds like something like people in Florida would do. Just be like, let's go play in the, well, we do go out in hurricanes and fucking play in them. Even as kids, we did.
Yeah, I sent a video out to everybody else a couple weeks. Hey, have you seen the storm? We need to get out of here. It's like, oh, nah, it's not that bad. No, seriously, so-and-so's have shut, so-and-so's closed. The
IHOP shut down.
Well, why didn't you say so? They should have led with that. Let's get out of here.
Hey, Joey.
Yeah.
Can I do something?
Sure.
Or is it like somebody else's turn?
Yeah, sure. You finally get back to the bar. You see the lizard man sipping a 5-gallon bucket of ale at the counter.
Before I go into the bar, I open up the front of my shirt and I blow into it really hard, making me look like a big bubble for a minute.
Well, you successfully dry yourself off after the rain ceases.
All right. And I walk in, I look around, and I look for Panzer, a giant lizard man.
There are a number of 9 to 11 foot tall, I should say an 8 to 10 foot tall ogres in this room, all muscled, build, horns, tusks, strange dark colored skins, and, well, dark colored by meaning like teals and greens and reds. And at the counter, almost like a couple of Verizon bars, there is the lizard man who's 9 foot tall. There's the human girl who is about, 5 foot tall. And then there's the goblin that's 2 foot tall and the goblin that's 1 foot tall standing on her stool to reach the counter.
Okay. I approach them and I address Panzer. Excuse me, sir. I met one of your comrades outside of town. I am looking to join your party. He told me to give you a name. I lean forward and I silently or quietly say the word Monroe.
Without turning around, I finish my ale.
He's doing the cool dude act.
Panzer also doesn't know. I told him I'm looking for an inn. I didn't tell him I'm going outside of town either. So Panzer's like, what the fuck is he doing outside of town?
Someone's in trouble.
I finished the ale. I set it on the table. What's your name?
My name is Natsuro. I am Ilo Natsuro.
Natsuro.
Yes.
Step outside.
Of course.
Panzer's gonna get his butt stuck in the mud.
Okay, well, I walk outside. What now, sir? Did you need to speak to me?
Yes. Why are you joining us?
Because it was my monastery's wishes. I was to join your party. If I wasn't allowed to join, then I was to tail you the entire time. I was not allowed to leave your sight. Or you weren't allowed to leave my sight.
Specifically me?
No. Specifically your entire party.
Okay. Your monastery, is there a religion?
Not a religion.
What, Joey?
Not a religion. It's more.
No, it's not a religion. It's more of knowledge, and it's more of a school. But we deal a lot.
Just for
What?
information, because you're not familiar with the world map yet, your monastery is in the kingdom of Zeketh.
I'm from the kingdom of Zeketh. That's where our monastery lies.
And just as a tip, Panzer, you do recall that Zeketh has outlawed religion.
Okay. Do you believe in the gods?
They would quietly suggest that they were real, but we do not openly worship them.
Do you know why you were sent to us, other than to watch us? Do you know why?
Not entirely. I do know some things that you are notorious for your appetite. I believe, even though he's a deadly shot with the bow, your friend Oliver has a real problem with the sight of blood. But that's pretty much it. I know that you were very notable warriors. Also, apparently the monastery told the head of the monastery told me it was the will of the king.
Ah, my friend. What a great guy.
Wait.
Oh, the king? Yeah, me and him go back. We were in the sewers together, fighting some shadow people. Good times.
Oh, that's it. Oh, I didn't know that.
Okay.
I'm not quite sure what else to say to that.
I'm just seeing the more you know starred rainbow go across the screen for a moment.
Okay. Well, that changes things.
In what way? Do you trust me more?
Yeah, it's very to say that we've made enemies with let's say evil people. I was making sure one of them didn't send you.
Oh, of course. I completely understand.
But if the if he sent you, you must be okay. So
Well,
knowledge. The search of knowledge?
Say what?
So are you in the search of knowledge?
In a way, yes. To tell you more about myself, I would rather not be this talked about openly, but I'm in my last years in training at my monastery, and this mission is actually one final test of mine before I become a full-fledged member of my monastery.
Okay. So are you forbidden to go to the gods' realms?
No, I'm not forbidden. Our monastery does things a little less legally than most.
Okay.
You may have heard of the King's Eyes.
Hey,
Or maybe
Joe,
not.
I don't think I have, correct?
You've seen them on his face.
Yes, I do believe he has two of them.
Oh, no, I'm sorry, maybe they're more of a myth. They're not talked about that much, but the king has a group that he hires from time to time, or he orders from time to time, to make sure certain things are under control.
I see. How is the town? I cleaned up a lot of the darkness there. I freaking Dark Souls things. Ugh.
I will
But
say.
yeah, that's.
I will
Go
say
ahead.
this: the city of Zeketh, or the kingdom of Zeketh, you cleaned up Lasid, not the entire country.
Right.
Lasid is the
Lasid is where the
city.
king was, though, right?
Yes, but you don't know of any monasteries in Lasid.
Okay. Um. How are the people in your around the monastery? I'm sure the monastery itself is fine, but how are the people outside the monastery?
Joey, would I know this?
Go ahead and give me a knowledge check.
Okay.
Go to your
Hold on.
buttons, hit the one that says knowledge.
All right. The dexterity self range. Where is no? Oh, there it is. Did I roll it?
Might take a minute.
Hold on.
You got to hit the button that says not in the list of. There you go. There you go. You hit it.
Yeah,
That
it's really
is-
small on my screen.
Yeah, it's a 13. I would say
Would I?
it's a peaceful village
Would
at
I
the
kind
bottom
of
of the
know?
mountain. It's a peaceful village at the bottom of the mountain. People are, for the most part,
Would I
happy.
know from? Would I know from my nature? But just by walking through the countryside.
Not
Joey, you're like,
not necessarily.
okay, so how would I answer? From the village at the foot of my mountain, people seemed to be fine. It was a peaceful village.
Oh, good to hear. I'm glad it wasn't the entire kingdom that had that problem. Monastery, huh? So in our group, we end up fighting a lot, whether it be corrupted people or monsters itself.
That won't be a problem as long as it falls in the category of protecting or not protecting, but accompanying you. Then, of course, I will do what it takes.
Okay. Can you fight ghosts?
Yes, that's a very unique skill of mine. I can actually, I whisper this to you. I kind of put my hand over to you. I can actually immobilize them.
That will be very useful. Now, everything that is said and done in my group, I'm assuming you'll be reporting to your monastery at some point, correct?
Of course, at some point, yes, I will.
Now, are these some things that I could persuade you not to tell them, or I will not show them to you?
Saying that there are some things you may not want me to know and report back.
Exactly.
It depends if it would hinder my mission.
It would.
There may be a few things I might be able to make exceptions for. But unless I deem it noteworthy for my monastery, I will report everything.
It has to do with a little bit of religion.
Oh, I don't think they would mind. They know a lot about you already.
Really?
Well, yes. You see, our monastery is called. I said we were called the King's Eyes. Apparently, they've sent 3 people to watch you at some point.
Ah. Okay.
But with the current situation rising, the darkness in our kingdom, they sent me to be a little more open about it.
Okay. So you can immobilize spirits. I can.
Oh.
I can reap them.
Really? How do you do that?
It's a gift.
Could you teach me how? Is it a technique?
No. It was something I was born with.
Oh. Well, then we are similar, because I was born with my spiritual powers. Another thing, I don't know if this will be controversy in the party, but I'm a half-breed.
I'm sorry, say again?
I am a half-breed. I don't know if it will cause controversy in the party, but I am a half-breed.
And what exactly, as I'm looking, at him, do I notice anything?
My hair is constantly moving. My head is shaved from both sides, and my hair is kind of long on top, and it's completely white, but it's constantly moving
Wind
like it's
spirits?
windswept. Yes,
Nymph.
my mother was a wind spirit.
Was it a nymph?
Yes.
I've met a nymph. Before.
Really?
Yes, full.
What was Joey? Are nymphs usually female?
They're all female.
Okay. What was her name?
Out of game. Joe, what was
Elismere.
Carolyn's what?
Elismere.
Ellesmere was her name. Big owl.
Okay.
She had a pet owl. Loved knowledge. Y'all probably would have got along.
She had a pet owl?
Yes. Which was obviously bigger
positive?
than she was.
You're positive?
Yep.
Hold on, Joey. I kind of think to myself, and kind of more thinking to something else. Can I ask him something? Like, do you know anything about this? In my head.
All you get back wasn't me.
Okay, well, thank you for that knowledge. I actually have someone that I keep around with me from time to time. He's also an owl. He usually comes out at night. He doesn't like appearing as like in daylight. You know how owls are.
Yes. Where is he?
Oh, he hides in my shadow. He's not alive. He's actually my animal spirit.
Like a totem?
No, he's what connects me to the spirit realm.
So you know about the spirit realm.
Oh yes, I actually dream in it every once in a while.
Do you fight there as well?
From time to time, if I can. Otherwise, I usually run. Because
Just remember, in the spirit realm, make sure you use your mind.
of course,
You're usually able to create weapons.
well, I really don't need weapons. I am mostly hand to hand when it comes to fighting.
Yes, but it is nice to have something a little more with distance when you're fighting the really long, eight-legged freaks
Oh, okay.
that are like
well,
really high in the sky.
Joey, would I know that? Out again.
You've seen a few rather large spirits that are shaped like spiders and other flying ones. Those are typically times when you run.
Yeah, I usually run from those.
Yeah.
I can usually keep away from them quite well.
I never stand down.
Well, maybe sometime, maybe we should go together. It'd be kind of interesting to dream together.
How long are you able to stay there?
It depends. I have an herb that allows me to stay in there for several hours.
Really?
Yeah, I can stay in there for a couple of hours.
Hey, at a game again. Sorry, Joe.
You're good.
My time limit was an hour, right?
Yep. You gotta understand, though, you're a novice. He's actually been trained to do this stuff.
Right. Well, maybe you can teach me a couple of things, and I, in turn, will teach you.
Teach you how to wield a sword twice your size.
You know, if I tried hard enough, I would actually try to.
All right.
Is there anything else you would like to know about me? Just so that we're
Sure.
on better understanding for trust.
What time is it? What time of night is it?
It's actually afternoon.
Oh, afternoon. So the streets are pretty filled.
With mud.
Okay.
A lot of people are still taking refuge in the bar because the rain kind of stopped all the work they're doing so far today.
So you fight with your hands, correct?
Yes. Would you like me to demonstrate?
Yes, I'm thinking about it. Do you hurt your hands?
Sometimes. Depends on when I'm punching or hitting. During my
metal.
drills, say yeah, but
What about metal?
I have been trying with a certain technique to shatter metal, but I have not been able to master it quite yet.
You're gonna lose that shield if you don't watch it, Panzer.
Yes, I was already thinking about it.
You gotta understand, he took proficiency in ninjutsu. There's a lot of crap you can pull with that proficiency. Oh, no.
Fascinating. Fascinating. Well, how about you do us a little brawl?
Right here?
Nobody's around.
Okay, Joey, without any second thought, I want to dive underneath of him
Okay,
and
and
come
that's
around from behind him.
and that's where we're gonna pick up next week.
Ah, man!
Because it's 10 o'clock on the dot.
Ah, that was getting so good.
We will start up next week on the dot with the initiative roll and who gets to hit who first. All right, I'm going to go ahead and stop the stream. Thanks for watching, folks.